Greetings, Divine Radiance. Thank you so much for joining me for our Wednesday live. I'm going to just turn this music off. I was meditating a bit before I got on, and I often like to meditate to Pandora. So I have particular stations that I love. But I'm just going to wait a while for people to get on and before we get started. So just going to send a few invites for people to join. How's everyone doing today? How are you feeling? It's Health is Wealth Wednesday. So all about physical health, emotional health, spiritual health, all about you taking care of yourself. So I'm just going to wait a bit. We'll be doing this every Wednesday, by the way, at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. The only way we won't do it is if something comes up where I'm not allowed, but other than that, count on me to be here with you every Wednesday. So let's just wait a little while longer, and then I'll go ahead and get started. You know, in past videos, you all have heard me share how important meditation is. And I have shared with you that you can meditate and reap the benefits by meditating for just 5 minutes a day. But something else you can do when you're out and about, or you're feeling stress or anxious or tension, or just feeling like your body could use some relaxation, you can literally take 5 slow, deep breaths in and exhale slow 5 times. That will actually help you to center. It'll help ground you, and it'll help you relax. So while we're waiting on everyone to get on, let's just go ahead and do that together. Let's just take 5 slow, deep breaths, as slow and deep as possible that's comfortable for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and inhale. And then exhale. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Now, while you're inhaling, what I'd like you to do is visualize yourself breathing in love and light. And as you're exhaling, release all that no longer serves you. So again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale love and light. And exhale all that doesn't serve you. Last time, inhale love and light. And exhale all that doesn't serve you. Now, I know that was a little more than 5 for you because I started talking in between, but you will notice that your body just feels more relaxed. You feel more peace. So even if you can't take 5 minutes, or you choose to not take 5 minutes throughout your day, just do that 5 slow, deep breaths. And then also throughout your day, be mindful of your breathing. Pay attention to your normal pace of breathing, and then slow it down. Whatever your normal pace of breathing is, slow it down. Because oftentimes people are used to taking these quick, shallow breaths, and those quick, shallow breaths keep you in a state of anxiety, and it also blocks your chakras. So it creates dis-ease, which actually manifests as disease. So your chakras are connected to organs. It helps specific organs function. So if they're blocked, your organs aren't functioning properly, which will create disease. So that's actually a way to heal yourself. It's not just a way to feel calm and peaceful. It's also a way to heal yourself naturally. So today it was placed on my heart to talk about awakening, to talk about awakening, to talk about purpose, to talk about your power as a spiritual being. So when you hear the term awakening, it has become, just one of those words that gets thrown around like manifestation, vibration, spirituality. It's just a common term. But what does it really and truly mean to be awake? What does that really mean? When you're awake, you're connected with your higher self. You're connected with your highest source of power. To be awake means you see reality, the real reality, not the illusion that's before us that we've been taught to perceive as reality. Being awake, it's a beautiful thing, but with awakening comes great responsibility. Now we're all the divine having a human experience. So when we think in terms of the divine and the fact that the divine is limitless, the divine is all-knowing, the divine can create and destroy anything. Well, when we look at ourselves and we know that we are the divine having a human experience, then we too are able to do all of those things. But when we enter this human form, we do so with spiritual amnesia. We forget who we are. We don't know our power. We don't know our value, our worth. We don't know self-love. And we're fed with things that keep us further from that connection to our spirit self. So before we entered this form, we saw our entire journey and we agreed to live it. Now, the whole purpose of this journey is to learn lessons, to grow, to awaken, to heal, so that we can help others do the same. The whole purpose of this journey is to come into the light, okay? So when we speak in terms of coming into the light, what does that mean? What does that mean to come into the light? It truly means vibrating at the highest frequency there is, which is love. When you're vibrating at that frequency of love, you're coming into the light. When you're there, you're in the light. And it's a continuous process of remaining in the light. So as you awaken, you receive these blessings, these gifts, and some of them, what we really work on and focus on in the REM group is being aware of who we are as spiritual beings, being aware of how we are the divine in human form. And as a result of that, the light workers in REM are now connected. They're able to literally tap in, ask a question of spirit, and receive answers. To literally ask a question on anything, to ask to be shown anything, and to receive an answer. I had one of the members in REM ask me a question about a particular situation and particular people that were involved. And my response was, ask spirit and tell me what you get. And she did, and she received, and she was on point and completely accurate. So that's how it works. This whole psychic thing is not reserved for me or a select few. I say this all the time because it's so important that you understand we all have the ability to connect to that divine source of power. It's just how we activate it. How do we activate it? We activate it, first of all, by choosing to activate it. We activate it by choosing to heal. That trauma we've experienced as children or even in past lives that is carried over into our adult life, it creates low vibrational feelings, emotions, beliefs. And those low vibrations keep us from connecting. This is why I don't watch the news. I don't, even my social media. I have certain things that are see first, that are positive. I'm in my groups. After that, I'm off. Why? Because everything that's being fed to us through the media, through social media, any form of media, it's low vibrational. And so I choose to control my energy by controlling my vibration. Now, when you're vibrating higher and when you're in control of your vibration, that's when you're able to connect to the divine. That's when you're able to connect to your spirit guides. Because the term medium comes from us as the divine in human form, raising our vibration, and then the divine or spirit lowers their vibration and we meet in the middle. And so that's how we're able to connect and receive divine guidance and information. Okay. So in order for us to get there, our vibration has to be elevated. Now, nothing happens by chance. The things we see in the media, it's low vibrational. That's not by chance, because as long as we're vibrating low, we're able to be controlled. When we're not in control of our energy, then the people feeding us are able to control us. When we're not in our power, we're not independent. When we're not in our power, we're dependent on a system that's designed to keep us from our light, that's designed to keep us from our power, that's designed to keep us asleep. So how do we raise our vibration? How do we raise our vibration? We raise our vibration by our thoughts. We raise our vibration by shifting our belief. We raise our vibration by the foods we put into our body, by the people we surround ourselves with, by the experiences we create. And as a result of raising our vibration, that's when we go into the realm of being able to manifest anything. Anything. Now remember, we are the divine having a human experience. So when we embrace and activate our light, we are now opening ourselves up to be able to access that inner divinity, which allows us to create. So when you think in terms of what you're choosing to create for your life, what has stopped you from creating it? Are you afraid? Do you feel like it's not possible? Do you feel like you're not capable? Do you feel like you're not worthy? These are all low vibrational beliefs that you carry. And because you believe those things, it prevents you from creating what you desire. If you were to push fear away, if you were to push self-doubt away, if you were to embrace your inner divinity and allow yourself to connect to your highest source of power, to trust in that connection, to be guided, to surrender to that guidance, and then to take action according to the guidance you receive, then any and everything you're choosing for your life will manifest. It just will. There's no secret. This is just science. Your vibration attracts according to the frequency that you're vibrating. So if you're vibrating at the frequency of fear, that's what you're going to attract. More fear, more blocks. If you're vibrating at the frequency of not loving self, you're going to attract people and situations that don't love you, that prove that your belief is accurate. I'm not worthy of love. Why? Because I don't love self. If you're not balanced within, then the things without won't be balanced. So in order for you to have a balanced life, it's important to create balance for yourself. In order for you to attract love, it's important for you to love self. In order for you to give love to others, it's important to first give love to self. So let's see if there's anything else coming in. I just heard, you are perfect. You are perfect just the way you are. Perfect just the way you are. Everything you've done, every experience you've had, everything you haven't done, every ball you've dropped, you are perfect. Perfect just the way you are. Everything you've experienced thus far has brought you right here. Right here. You're being called now to awaken. Your alarm is going off, so please do not hit that snooze button. It is time to awaken. It's time. It's time for you to embrace who you are. It's time for you to ditch the false limiting beliefs and to embrace those empowering beliefs. It's time for you to know, trust, and believe that you can do anything. No matter how old you are, how young you are, you can do anything. It's not too late. It's not too late. I'm 41 and I'm building my purpose. I'm living my purpose. I didn't discover what my purpose was until 2016. My mom, she's 61. She's now living her purpose. It doesn't matter how old you are in this physical body. When you're meant to awaken is when you do. So when you're receiving, if you're watching this, nothing happens by chance. If you're watching this, it's because this is your wake-up call. It's time for you to awaken. It's time for you to stop playing small. It's time for you to remember who you are as a spiritual being. Who are you? Who are you? What is your purpose? My purpose is to help sleeping light workers awaken, is to help them come from darkness into the light, is to walk with them on their journey as they're experiencing all that comes with the awakening process, and to teach them how to build their purpose so that they can repeat that cycle for others. It's a domino effect. It's a chain reaction. And when you're living in your purpose, when you're living in the light, your blessings are automatically going to be bliss, peace, abundance. And abundance comes in many forms. Abundance isn't just financial, although financial abundance is a beautiful reward. Because the more you have, the more you're able to give. And a lot of light workers that are in soul-centered service business, they have an issue with receiving. You know, for whatever reason, we've been taught that to receive money for an exchange of your gift is wrong. And it's not. It's not. It's an exchange of energy. Why do we place so much value in money? It's an energy, but we don't place that same value in our energy, building our energy, protecting our energy, elevating our energy. It's because this is what we've been fed. This is what we've been fed. We've been taught what's important. We've been taught what's not important. And now it's time for you to understand everything is energy. When I am building anything within my business, even pricing, I check in with spirit. I check in with spirit and I ask to be given what I'm meant to price things at. Spirit has made me aware that an exchange of energy is necessary in anything we do because it creates balance. Some of us are givers, so we're always the ones giving. We're always the ones nurturing. We're always the ones caring for others. But then when it comes to self, no one's nurturing, giving, or caring for us. And it's not so much that they don't choose to. It's just that energetically, we've designed our lives to be the givers and never the receivers. And although you may think that's a good thing, it lacks balance. It lacks balance. So whenever we're not balanced, we're diminishing our power to create. We're diminishing our power to elevate. We're diminishing our power to get to know our true selves and to live authentically as who we are on a soul level. I encourage you to really do some soul searching. I encourage you to meditate for at least 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes, that's all it takes. Look at that as a gift to yourself. A lot of people ask, well, how do I start the process of awakening? How do I start the process of connecting? Meditation. That's where it starts. Meditation. That allows you to elevate your vibration. It allows you to connect to your highest source of power and to receive. That's the first step. If you're not doing that consistently, you're not going to build that connection. That one simple single thing is the first step. So I encourage you for the next 21 days. 21 days is the length of time it takes for your unconscious mind to rewire itself, and it's also the length of time it takes for you to create a new habit. So for the next 21 days, I encourage you to meditate 5 minutes. Now, if you'd really like to kick it up a notch, meditate for at least 5 minutes at the start of your day so that you're setting the tone for the type of day you're creating, and 5 minutes at the end of your day so you're releasing any low vibrational energy that may have attached to you, any tension, stress, worry, or other people's junk. I encourage you to do it for 21 days and check in. When you do it, check in. Put a post here in the group. I completed my meditation today. And then at the end of the 21 days, share the difference you've noticed in your life. Share the difference you've noticed. You will notice a difference. It truly makes a difference. Someone just got on. Thank you for being on. So that's the challenge. 21 days, 5 minutes a day at least. And every day check in, let us know I finished my meditation. And then at the end of the 21 days, let us know how you feel. And anyone that, hey, Audra, thank you for being on. Anyone that's in the REM group, Audra, you are, go ahead and comment and let those watching that's new to meditation, let them know how meditation has helped you build your connection to the divine, how it's helped you activate your psychic abilities. Let them know how meditation has changed your life, because I can tell you, meditation truly was the one thing that brought me into my purpose. I was asking the divine, what's my purpose? And it was through meditation that I heard what my purpose was. And I took action. Once I heard from the divine, I took action. There was no delay. There was no hesitance. And my life became a cycle of hearing, receiving, and taking action. That has become my life. And as a result, I'm fulfilling my destiny. As a result, I'm being blessed with abundance, not just financially, but an abundance of heart, an abundance of spirit, an abundance of soul. I'm being shown the evidence of my efforts, the evidence of my obedience, you know? And it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing, a beautiful thing. If I have questions on what's next in my life, I meditate. You know, there's times when I'll literally just ask, I'll ask and I'll receive, because I'm tapped into where I can ask and receive, or I'll pull cards and ask to receive. But also sometimes I just like to lay there and receive, and I do. And that's not limited to me or a select few. You can do the same, but it first requires you to start. So start there with meditation, okay? So I'm going to actually pull a card before we go. Pull a card for the group. And just ask that highest light guides, angels, ancestors, healers, teachers, wise ones, and ascended masters. I ask that you provide us with a closing message for the United Light Beings Awakening group, one that will serve their highest good as a whole and bring them clarity on their journey. Thank you for this gift, and I thank you for these beautiful souls. Whoa. Okay, so several cards came out, but these two were the ones that were facing up. So I'm going to go with these two. So good. So one step at a time. Lots of little steps make big dreams come true. So this is the truth. This is the truth. One step at a time. All it takes are little steps. And how on point is this? We're talking about meditation and starting there. That's really all it takes, is one foot in front of the other. If you continue to do that, you will reach your purposed outcome and your desired outcome, your chosen outcome. You'll reach it. You'll reach it. And as I'm telling you this, I'm being led to also tell you that oftentimes when you are on your journey and when you are being guided, it may not always look the way you envisioned. That road may not appear as the yellow brick road you thought it would be. It may be a staircase that's ragged and old. It may be a bridge that looks like it's falling apart. But if you're being led by Spirit to go in that direction, no matter what the path appears to be, know at the end of that path, everything that you have chosen for your life will be there waiting, and so much more. So don't get distracted by the appearance of the path, because the path itself is your test. Every day, life is a test. You pass the test to prove you're ready for the next step. You're ready for another level of ascension. You pass the test by proving that I trust, I surrender, and I'm obedient. And when you do that, you're rewarded greatly. Okay, so release the attachment to the how. Release the attachment to what the journey's meant to look like, feel like, smell like. Release that. Set your intention to be guided by your highest source of power and to follow that guidance. And you'll get there beyond your wildest dreams. I guarantee it. And the next is believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. And what that says is see yourself doing well, and you will. So today we also talked about our thoughts. Our thoughts, how do we raise our vibration? Well, our thoughts. We shift our thoughts. Anytime you start to think limiting beliefs, low vibrational beliefs, shift them to the opposite. I like to call it the bait and switch. So if you're thinking something like, this isn't going to work, instantly, as soon as it leaves your thought, cancel, delete. So you're canceling and deleting that vibration you just sent to the universe, and then switch it with, this is going to work out great. This is going to be fantastic. So it's forcing you to be mindful. Be mindful. Pay attention to the self-talk. Pay attention to those unconscious beliefs that pop up in your life. Because if they're low vibrational, they're keeping you from your power. They're keeping you from your destiny, and they're keeping you from your chosen life, the life you're choosing, the one that's filled with peace and abundance and happiness and love and light, sunshine and glitter and unicorns and all those good things, and good food. You're keeping yourself from it. So visualize yourself living the life that you're choosing, living the life you desire. See it. Take time every day just to see yourself in that state. What do you look like 5 years from now? What are you doing? How are you serving the light? Even what house are you in? Who's your spouse? What are your children doing? What's your relationship like with those that you love? What car are you driving? See yourself in that chosen life that you're actively creating when you allow yourself to be led by the divine. Okay? So, hey, Nikki. So I am so grateful for all of you that have joined, all of you that have watched on the replay. I thank you for being here in the group. I thank you for sharing your positive post. And most of all, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you for sharing your energy with me. I leave you with peace, love, bliss, and abundance. And before I go, I'd like to invite you to invite a friend. Invite at least one friend to join our group. At least one friend. Invite them so that they can experience the positive flow of energy that we all share. Invite them. And this group is for light workers. In the beginning, I was focused on serving women, and Spirit let me know I'm meant to serve light workers. And light workers come in every shape, form. So invite anyone that you feel could use positive energy in their lives, okay? All right, well, thank you so much. I will talk to you next Wednesday. You have a beautiful day, and I love you so much for being you. Talk to you soon.